On May 10, 1775, almost a month after the battles of Lexington and Concord, delegates from 12 of the 13 colonies, with Georgia to join them in July, met at Independence Hall in Philadelphia. It was to be the Second Continental Congress. The first had met a year earlier. The delegates included such notables as John and Samuel Adams of Boston, Patrick Henry and Richard Henry Lee of Virginia, and Christopher Gadsden of South Carolina, all members from the First Continental Congress. Also present were Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, both from Virginia, and Benjamin Franklin of Pennsylvania. John Hancock, a powerful patriotic figure and merchant from Boston, was elected as president of the Congress.
But independence was not a popular word. The only man who had the nerve to say outright in public that he was for independence was Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin had recently returned from England, where he represented the colony of Pennsylvania in the British Parliament.
He came back from England. He gave up on the British, on any hope of persuading them to be reasonable with the Americans.
After hearing about the recent events at Lexington and Concord, Franklin concluded the only action left was independence.
When he sat down in the Continental Congress, one of the first things he said was, "I am for independence." And he proceeded then to write his own Declaration of Independence, which most people don't know about. It was a very remarkable thing for him to say and do, because the rest of the Continental Congress at this point did not think they could win a war with England.
That June, following the Battle of Bunker Hill, the Continental Congress sent a petition to George III asking if he would consider working out an agreement to avoid further bloodshed. The petition was rejected.
So the king said, "Blows must decide who will be the ruler of this empire."
The Congress had no choice but to prepare for the coming war with England. In June, they created the Continental Army and appointed George Washington as the commander-in-chief.